Happy New Year and welcome to 2025. 2024 was a year full of surprises for the Etsy and print-on-demand world. From major platform updates to mergers to shifts in the Etsy algorithm, it's been a whirlwind that's left many sellers feeling like they're racing to keep up. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm rounding up the biggest changes from last year and breaking down what they mean for your business so that you can kick off 2025 with clarity, confidence, and in the know on all things print on demand. Make sure you stay all the way till the end though, because Etsy introduced some major updates that you don't want to miss. In case we haven't met yet, my name is Mandy, founder of Simply Thrive, a one-of-a-kind membership for print-on-demand sellers with a holistic approach and intentional blend of strategy, mindset, and action to help you confidently tackle your goals, overcome challenges, and stay consistent despite all those shiny objects. I'm also a busy boy mom, owner of multiple six-figure businesses, and a top 1% seller on Etsy with print on demand. I have an endless passion for educating, so I am here with one simple mission, and that is to provide you with strategies to simplify the journey so that you can stop the overwhelm and start thriving in your online business. Now let's dive in. We'll kick things off with Printify, which had a big year of updates. First is their new personalization feature. Printify has streamlined its personalization options, making it easier than ever for sellers to offer customizable products. Personalization continues to be one of the hottest trends on Etsy, and I have no doubt it will remain in high demand in 2025. So if you haven't explored this yet, now's the perfect time. Check out my dedicated video on exactly how to use Printify's personalization feature. I'll link it for you in the description below. Also in the Printify world, embroidery is now available. This is arguably one of my favorite updates of the whole year. From hats to sweatshirts, embroidered products are definitely a premium, and its availability has opened new doors for print-on-demand sellers like you, particularly for the ability to compete with handmade sellers on Etsy who previously held most of this territory. The results that I've seen myself have been fantastic, and they've already started selling really well in my own shops, so I am confident that this is going to be a top design option that will continue to grow in demand going into 2025. Want to learn exactly how to use it? I've got a step-by-step guide video for that too. Printify is rapidly expanding their catalog of options for embroidery, and so I can't wait to see what else they offer in 2025. And finally for Printify, perhaps the biggest shakeup in the print-on-demand space this last year was the merger between Printify and Printful. Since my last video on this topic, the merger has been finalized. So this collaboration combines two powerhouse platforms. As someone who has been part of M&A conversations in a past life, I can tell you that it takes an enormous amount of time and effort to handle all of the moving pieces in big changes like this. So there's not a whole lot of changes that we're going to see right out of the gate as sellers. Most of what's changing right now is really more behind the scenes from a business and staffing structure standpoint. But I'm sure in time we'll know more once the dust settles. And I personally am very optimistic about this new direction. What's important to know going into 2025 is that both brands will continue to operate separately for the foreseeable future, with new offerings expected on both platforms over time. So I'm sure we'll hear a whole lot more this year. Next, let's shift gears over to ERank, my personal go-to tool for Etsy keyword research that also saw some exciting changes in 2024. One of my favorites was that ERank introduced a Chrome extension that integrates directly with Etsy, meaning you can see a mini version of ERank's insights right alongside your Etsy listings without ever leaving the platform. I personally love this because I don't like bouncing back and forth between systems. So this really helps in streamlining your keyword research process and increasing efficiency. Two things you know I love. With this tool, you can type in a keyword and instantly view statistics for the page you're on, such as estimated sales, listing tags, search volume, and competition, all without leaving Etsy. The extension also enables you to analyze specific listings and shops in detail. For example, you can sort listings by sales and save or copy tags. This streamlined approach to data allows you to quickly gather actionable insights, helping you identify opportunities much easier. As a little bonus, if you turn on the ERank sidekick while in Printify, it can also help you brainstorm some tags as well if you type in a short description of what you're selling. If you want to see some of my other ERank hacks, I'll make sure to include that video for you as well. More recently, ERank also had a bit of a glow up and rolled out some fancy new branding and an updated interface. Their keyword search tool and their trend buzz feature also have a new beta version that you can opt in to see. Currently, the inside itself doesn't appear overly different, but these are two tools that I really love, and so I'm really liking these updated visuals. But I also know that there are additional updates in the works, and they are regularly taking user feedback into consideration. Next, on the design side of things, we have Kittl, which has made huge strides in improving its design platform over the last year. They have made a ton of updates, but here are a few of my favorites. First is the erase and fill tools. How many times have you had an AI image or a design that you want to partially use from places like Creative Fabrica and thought, oh, I love it, but I need to get rid of this one little part. Now you can. As someone who is not a graphic designer and therefore don't have other fancy complicated tools, this makes my design process so much easier. Whether you're tweaking a pre-made design or creating something from scratch, these features are simple but incredibly useful. Kittl has also significantly advanced its AI-powered design tools, including features like the Kittl Copilot prompt box, which assists with design elements and text generation if you need a little extra inspiration. Also, the new AI sets generator allows you to generate multiple art pieces in the same style simultaneously so that you can have consistency across some specific designs. This is great for designs where you're wanting to create a collage with similar design elements, or if you're wanting your design to look cohesive, but you can't quite find the right existing pieces. You can prompt it with what you're looking for and the design style, and then get some great options that work well together. I also personally love that I can achieve different design aesthetics simply by using different image settings within Kittl, or even saving one of my own as a reference style. A few other little fun updates that I love on the platform. Kittl has majorly changed its sidebar that controls your individual design elements so that it's easier to see all the options and make updates and just more easily find things. They've also added a ton of new fonts, which means you have the ability to add even more personality to your designs so that you can stand out on the marketplace. And you can now download individual elements from your design simply by clicking on it and selecting the download button. This is great if perhaps you're wanting to bring in a design element from Kittl, but perhaps maybe do just the personalization side on Printify with the new feature that we talked about earlier. So many great options with this. If you don't already follow Kittl's YouTube channel, they've hinted there at even more exciting features launching in early 2025, including one that I think most of us can agree is highly anticipated. And that is changing the individual colors and styles in a single text box. Really looking forward to that, so be sure to keep an eye out for that coming soon. And finally, it wouldn't be a 2024 roundup without an Etsy update. And they did not disappoint. Etsy has kept us on our toes this last year with several significant updates. At the very beginning of the year, Etsy made some major changes to the onboarding process. This included adding things like a shop setup fee, which for most people averages around $15, but can vary depending on your location, and a stronger identity verification process as part of that. Both of these changes are a good thing in my opinion, because they are actively trying to reduce the number of fraudulent seller accounts and really also minimize the number of sellers that lack the skill or the will to invest in starting a new business by requiring new sellers to have just a little bit of skin in the game and to make sure that they're actually legit. Another big win this last year is that Etsy finally clarified that mockups are allowed to be used for print on demand. Now, I personally never doubted this, but there's been a lot of contention on this over the years because the wording on Etsy hadn't been updated since like 2018, and the language was vague at best. Long story short, yes, you can use mockups in your listing photos, but they need to be accurate representations of the actual product. That means no AI photos, particularly for apparel where they are notoriously wrong. For example, if you're not paying attention, your sweatshirt model might have an extra finger. Seriously, nobody wants to see that. I've linked the mockup shop that I use in the description below, including a coupon code exclusively available to my audience. Etsy has also now said that if you sell personalized items, you should be showing an example in the listing photo of what it will actually look like with personalization versus a generic placeholder. So if the customization is for a mug with a name on it, for example, put a name there, like Sarah or Mrs. Johnson, instead of placeholder text that says your name here or custom design. Their goal, of course, similar to mockups, is that they want customers to have an accurate representation of what they're going to get. Next is algorithm changes. One of the major shifts has been around shipping. As of October 1st, 2024, Etsy updated their algorithm with a major update that prioritizes US listings with domestic shipping prices under $6 in search results, based on buyer data indicating that lower shipping costs increase the likelihood of sales. This change aims to enhance the shopping experience by promoting listings with more affordable shipping options, and in my opinion, actually reduces the pressure of feeling the need to always offer free shipping that often plagues the decision-making process, particularly for new sellers. So that means if you want to set your shipping to $5.99 so that you can have a lower upfront cost visible in search results, you can do that and you won't feel like you're getting penalized for not offering free shipping. Now, certainly there are going to be some products, especially with print on demand, that are bigger and bulkier, and they cost more to ship. And it's simply not feasible to offer shipping prices that are under that $6 threshold. And if that's the case, there's been no major data that supports you're significantly penalized in search results by having listings that do have higher shipping. So if that's what you need to do in order to be able to create a sustainable business, then that's fine. And I've seen plenty of sellers still able to get sales as long as ultimately you're selling things that customers actually want. They're willing to pay for it. Etsy has also updated their customer service standards to distinguish between when a shop is above standards, meaning eligible for star seller, when a shop is meeting standards, meaning they aren't quite the star seller status, but they aren't being penalized. And also, now when a shop falls below those standards, meaning they are now at risk of having their listings suppressed in search results. You can see your customer service stats at any time, along with those exact details in your shop manager. So it's important to pay attention to those so that you know where you stand in terms of the algorithm related. And finally, Etsy also recently introduced bundling discounts. I am super excited about this one because it allows sellers to offer a discount on complimentary products from your shop that are purchased together without needing to add them into the same listing. Members in my group that have started using it are already seeing results with having bundled listings available with this discount. When a bundle discount is created, Etsy buyers will see them highlighted together when one of the listings in the bundle is selected by the customer. This strategy is perfect for creating giftable pairings. But don't just arbitrarily pick random products to pair. Really think about who you are intending to sell to and what they realistically would like together. For example, if you have a best-selling mug, why not bundle it as a discount with a matching tote? Or perhaps your dachshund dog lover interested in a sweatshirt might also like a dachshund themed blanket or mug to go along with it. These bundle discounts are a great way to upsell your existing listings. What a year it's been. Did I miss any updates along the way? Let me know in the comments, and also be sure to let me know which update has made the biggest difference for you. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I guarantee 2025 will bring its fair share of changes too. Online business is regularly changing. Most of it not in our control, but staying not only up to date on changes and also being able to effectively adapt when they happen is part of being a successful business owner. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you want to learn more about my strategies for thriving in your print-on-demand business, make sure you've got the notifications turned on for my channel so that you don't miss out on any of my free content. And in the meantime, stay focused, my friends. Keep taking action and never stop pursuing excellence in your business. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll see you in the next one.